No, it's not necessary. काढून घ्यायचं काही गरज नाही काढून घ्या मागे घ्या म्हणतो You can hear me otherwise, can't you? I wanted to thank you all for coming to the airport today. I know you would not stop coming, it's whatever I may try. And everywhere is just the same. But when I left the people in Canberra, I was sad because after a year I'll meet them. But then to see you all here again, I felt all right. It always happens like that. Especially for children. They grow so much in 1 year and still they remember me very well. You have to be careful about them and look after them well. They're all very sweet and beautiful. I'm going to see this preschool here, how it is working for small children. I know the atmosphere in Australia is not very congenial for children's growth. Firstly, is this drug business is too much. So to be very careful with your children. You must talk to them. You must look after them. You must know what they are doing, where are they going. Keep company with them. Make friends with them. You should find out what are their friends are like. Not to curb down their freedom or their sense of self-respect should not be challenged. But you can tell them that you are Sahajogis and you are great. Also, you should warn them about these things because there's a big attack on the innocence, I think, from every angle. They are trying all these children and using them for something very dangerous. I was surprised that in Miami, 12-year children were carrying pistols in their hands and killing people. So we have to be now very careful. There are some negative forces just starting a kind of a destruction of the innocence. And you have to be careful where they go, what are their interests are. Try to talk to them all the time. It is always a worry to me about them because you both are working sometimes. Then somebody else should look after the child. Don't leave the child alone. First thing is to look after the child for any mother and then the job. You can reduce a lot of your expenses by that. Say if you have to go to a job, you have to wear dresses every day, you have to go a hairdresser. All these things are reduced and enjoy looking after your children. At least till they are grown up enough to understand what is good for them and what is bad for them. And you can never forgive yourself if your child gets ruined because of neglect. It's nice now you are Sahajogis and you understand what these children are. They are special children we have and you understand their value. Also for all of you, I find such beautiful faces like flowers. we have to understand that you have got this divine power now with you. It's flowing through you. But you have to give it to others. Unless and until the tree grows, it cannot go deeper. And then when you go deeper into yourself, you'll find that this divinity is waiting just to give you a greater understanding of yourself and about the problems of the world. You understand that this transformation is so important. And all of you have to work it out in your own lives. It's not how many books you read about divine. It's not how many lectures you listen to about Sahaja Yoga. It is what you practice. You have to practice righteousness. You have to practice kindness. You have to practice sharing with others. And always introspect yourself. That's very important. As the Russians are very introspective. You have to introspect to see, why am I doing this? What is the necessity to do this? And as you have the light within you, you can see it clearly. There are many superficial things, superfluous things which we do. We hurt each other as a matter of habit sometimes. Try to find out. Don't feel guilty. Just face it. It's so nice to love someone without any reward, without any expectations. Just to love in the pure way. As it is, I am so happy to see that such pure relations exist among all of you. Absolutely, I have not seen anyone sort of carrying out with somebody's wife or somebody's sister or something. And that you have such nice married life and such beautiful children to look after. So family is a very great thing for surgery. The family unit has to be absolutely pure, simple and understanding. Also the balance that we have now. We know how far to go with things. So we need not go on buying things, so many things that all the plastic fills the house. Try to keep to more artistic things. Develop your artistic talents. We have a lot of scope in Sahaja Yoga. This is for every day-to-day mundane life. It is very important that we should try to be competitive with others in righteousness, in goodness, in being kind to others. Not jealous about some things that are so frivolous and which anybody can buy. As you know, we are different people, very different. In the evolutionary process, you have achieved this. You must be some great people in your last lives. I think that you are seeking. There may be many, many more in every country, and especially in your country, who are seeking the truth, who are not just satisfied by going to church or going to temple or just going to some mosque. And they must be wanting to know what is further, what is the absolute, what we have to get. But deal with them carefully. Do not force your ideas. They might, by your own life and your transformation, your happiness and joy, your family life, they might themselves see it so clearly. So in a very gentle way, you will spread the good news of Sahaja Yoga. Have you any questions now? I'd like to know. Hey, what do you think of the school in India?
Beg your pardon?
You saw the school in India.
Yes.
What do you think?
That was very, very good. The children really need a base like that to build their vibrations on, to get in touch with the spirit.
And also, you see, we have used the colors which would suit the children. We've got all the things, and I'm going to make the teachers also wear clothes that will appeal to teachers and not to be like military dresses. See. I'm already looking out for some sweet designs for children to wear. Because they should know that world is not a military world, but it's a world of happiness and joy. And a sense of duty comes to them when they see something nice and beautiful. So, also, like keeping the rooms tidy is easier if you make a beautiful. If it's a beautiful room, the children want to keep the beauty, they want to maintain it beautifully. Also in the school we'll be introducing arts, crafts, so many things, horse riding, mountaineering, all these subjects we are going to have for that. I'm sorry you all missed it.
It's so nice having all the children from all the countries coming.
Pardon?
It's so nice having the children coming from all the countries around the world
Yeah,
together.
because, yes, and of all the religions. This is such an integration, and they do not have these conditionings or anything. And you should see the way the children greet each other, and they haven't got racialism, nothing. You are not to tell them because they are so innocent. And once they develop in that atmosphere, they become perfectly all right. Also, we are starting a school there, which is called as Arts and Crafts, 21 Arts and Crafts. We are going to teach women how to cook. That's very important. You can also have one like that, because the best way to win your husband is through his stomach.
I'd agree with that.
So those who want to enroll should So it's done now. I think I'll go and rest for a while. And so what have you to say about our side of surgery?
Well, there's just an enormous future in
Enormous potential, you think?
There's amazing potential.
Because your creativity becomes so active, all the time flowing in you. Only thing you have to know the technique, that's all. But you never get bankruptcy of creativity after coming to surgery.
There's no shortage of inspiration.
Also, one more thing about art, that I have seen now people have started appreciating every kind of art, not the only this type or that type, but every kind of art they want to see the beauty in it. Because if once you go to the essence of the beauty, then you start seeing it in everyone. Because Sahaja Yoga deals with the essence. And anything that you see, a human being also, in essence, human being is a beautiful thing. And if you see the essence of that personality, then you get over all these ideas of differentiation or judging others or thinking that you are the best and the rest are bad. All these things just neutralize because you know they are human beings. And as human beings, everybody is capable of attaining that beauty that is within. After all, we are all one. If you see, we laugh the same way. Whatever, maybe you get somebody, say, from America or from India or from Australia, they laugh the same way. They cry the same way. They feel the same way. So, I mean, it's just skin deep difference, I think, we have. And in Sahaja Yoga, we just get rid of that. It is such a vision of mine of a very beautiful world where all wars will end, all problems will end. Because now you know the absolute truth. So there's no discussion, no argument, nothing. I've seen you people never argue with each other. I never seen you quarreling with each other. Sometimes you pull each other's legs, that's good. That's a good thing. That you must do, I think. That's important. That brings our little humor. आणखी त्यांना किती होत आहे हाऊ मच टाइम हो
मला वाटतं कव्हरेज घेत आहेत
हा?
पूर्ण कव्हरेज घेत आहेत वेगवेगळ्या अँगलने.
आता गार्डनमध्ये जायचं म्हणत होते
गार्डनमध्ये जायचं
म्हणत होते मला हेलन कुठे गेली
अगदी गोष्ट काय.
This is painted by Sir Yogis. Sir Yoginis have done this painting. It's beautiful.
They said it'd be nice if Asmira could play you a short thing on the violin.
All right, go on. That's turn this way because it's so light. That's a one. Ah, that's such, is it?
Right. There's now a half hour if you would like to just go and rest for half an hour, and then we'll do everything out on the lawn. There's several people here are doing it, but they do that first and then do that, which gives you a time for a rest.
What do I do there?
Well, they will interview you about how Jira got out on the lawn, but for half an hour you have a rest.
Alright, they meet us again after half an hour and we'll be out there, I think. You want to interview me? Why not interview these people also?
That's what they're going to do, sir. Do you want to do it in here or out there? Right.
चला भाई
Not necessarily. Well, yes, I suppose, but there's lots of goddesses. I suppose she's like a diamond. There's many facets to a diamond.
But you've had a strict Christian upbringing, strict
Yes,
Catholic
Roman
upbringing.
Catholic, strict, yeah, very strict.
To say that someone, a being like us, would be divine is blasphemous.
For the Catholic Church, I suppose. I don't see it that way. I don't see that I'm doing any harm.
But you still view her as a divine.
I think we all are. We're all part of the divine. It's like a mirror. I think we're all part of God's creation. And, you've got a mirror, if you hit it with a hammer, it all splits up and we're all bits and pieces. We're all sort of grains of sand on the beach, all part of little tiny mini grains make up the beach. And I think that we're all part of God's creation. He made everything. He, she made everything.
Great. Thanks, John. Beauty.
Volunteer shot?
Mate, just what have we got here? Where's that song for the audio? And when was that?
Well, up to 86.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah. Professor, Doctor?
Senior lecturer.
Senior lecturer.
5 years then head of Christie's International in Australia.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chart line.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to have you on this side of the camera this time, if I can, please, No.
Okay.
Just get we'll go and get you a bit closer.
How's that?
Can I get you to move up against the table? Thank you. It just gives me a bit of background. And,
Did you take part in the last time she was here?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was over there now since Monday.
Yeah. And what attracted you first?
My mother, my wife heard a broadcast.
Yeah.
She said, this is rather fascinating Indian lady coming to give a public program, and she believes that realisation has nothing to do with money. I'm interested, so we wrote down. The whole family got the realisation.
Yeah. And what does it give you? What's the sort of
Just a tremendous level of reality, which was sort of vague before, a tremendous sense of integration, falling away of things that perhaps plagued your personality or your health.
Okay, I'm standing by.
Okay, right.
Enhanced creativity.
Yeah.
On the
Have you
drawing.
found that work?
Oh, yeah.
John,
Not necessarily on the bizarre level, but certainly on that sort of holistic level.
well, what
Got integration and a falling off of the mental, emotional and other physical sort of problems that may have plagued me. I mean, I had a little cancer in skin cancer in my hand, for instance, and it just disappeared overnight. One of those things.
What do you put that down to?
The fact that you've got this energy, I mean, this tremendous energy, it's not vague, it's just totally pragmatic, and there it is, and it acts. It's intelligent, and it has wisdom, and there it is, you're linking into it.
How do you explain something like a cancer disappearing?
Well, how do I explain it? I would say I gave it vibrations. They flow through your hands, and I just sort of tried this, and it sort of came up and finally disappeared.
Was it a miracle?
I don't regard it so much as miraculous as another stage of the natural process. In other words, this is something about the life force, really, that's underlying the perceptions we have of the world.
And what part does Sri Mataji play in that?
Well, she regards herself as the great catalyst. She's the first great yogi who's actually in the world been able to produce this realisation as a mass process. I mean, this is something absolutely unique. And this mastery of Kundalini Yoga, which in fact is the most ancient thing, it goes back thousands of years. And there's a thread running through just about every tradition in the world relating to Kundalini.
Is she a divine being?
Well, she says quite specifically, when you know yourself, you know who I am. She is not here to set herself up. We have to realise who she is, and that's our prerogative and our freedom.
But I thought we described as a goddess,
Well,
woman being.
that's right. Yes.
So that would suggest to me that she viewed herself as a divine being.
Yeah, but the thing is that in order to realise that, saying it's one thing as a concept, realising it is quite a different thing.
How does that fit in with your upbringing in a Christian society? Viewing someone else as perhaps a divine being?
I must admit I had a pathological suspicion of Indian gurus. And in a Christian society, I've never been involved with organised churches because right from the earliest time, they repulsed me totally with their narrowness, their bigotry, their dogmatism. And I've been involved with looking at philosophy, and I just see it as another step towards the realisation of human potential. You see, the trouble with the whole church thing is that it gives you something, but a lot of it's just taken on faith, and I don't think faith is a useless thing in that respect. You've got to know, and this is the next stage.
John, thanks for that. Great. Could you just stand there for a second? And we might just get a shot of where your little...
Just paid a bit of attention. The thing came up and got red,
Yeah.
and the next day was good.
And
I mean, it was just, I just thought, God, I was going to go to a cancer specialist because it was serious.
Yeah, yeah. Do you find, how do you sort of explain that you're working on this because we've been under quite a bit of pressure?
Absolutely.
So the Christians and things like that.
The thing about it is that, look, you just get capacity to cope. I mean, look, let's face it, whatever job you've got the tremendous tensions, you've got all this emotional stuff that's going on, and 70% psychology and the rest is the job. No, you can cope. You have a tremendous strength you didn't know you had.
Yeah. Just like
That way, sort of, that's it. Otherwise, the background's changing too
so
much.
the
The human
animal
potential has
just
not
really
been
adapts
tapped
to
really.
all adapts to all the stress.
But you also realise that maybe we need a different sort of society which isn't so absolutely focused on materialism and power.
So out of all the... You're right. So
Just power supplies got reverted.
out of all the things that are basically wrong with our society, it's this idea that it is materialist.
Yeah, it is material. So let's face it, what flows and constructs the society is what flows out of people. You see, I mean, you could say consumerism is a result of our desire for material things. So you alter the state of the human being, or he alters it,
Yeah.
actually, and then a different society emerges.
Yeah. When you went to that first meeting in the 80s, it's quite, by the look at the photograph, it's quite a big turnout at the
Right.
State Theatre. Did you get a feeling then that something was happening, or was it just this sort of the fact that you're in a crowd? It was
I know what you're
It was a
suggesting.
mass.
Yeah, nothing to do with mass suggestion. It was a pragmatic fact. You just feel this energy shooting up through your system and through the top of your head. It was just a fact.
So you could actually
It
feel
wasn't
the-
suggestion.
feel-
Oh yeah.
Now what about the shoe business? Is that you? Did
That's a very old tradition
Old tradition.
that came out of Islam, and it was about, you see, projecting, as it were, to the earth, or allowing the earth to receive the things which are really disturbing the personality.
Sure.
And if it's done with the energy field of the earth, which you work with,
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah. John, I'll just get you to stand up for a second.
Yeah. Picture in the
Yeah.
hall.
Yeah.
That was the State Theatre in 1987.
Yeah. And that happened there. The vast proportion of the audience actually felt that.
Yeah, they felt it.
Underlying.
They actually felt it.
Yeah.
So this is the thing about it, really. It's not, this will happen or that will happen.
Yeah.
The whole thing comes down to you, personally, me personally. Do I feel something or don't I? If I don't feel something,
Just move further in.
Well, it's just a background and starts. It's just a very.
So
sometimes we can hasten that.
Yeah.
Those blockages in our system will stop it, particularly here, because the nerve plexuses here relay signals down to our hands, all across down here. So that if you've got a blockage here, we're not going to feel it
Let's
anyway.
go for it.
The interesting thing is you actually feel it.
Stand going. Camera's rolling.
Stephen, how did you get interested in Sahaja Yoga?
Shall we say very slowly? I went to dinner with some friends and they had a picture hidden in some flowers on their television. It seemed to be of an Indian lady, so our immediate reaction was, "Ha, what are they up to here?" And they spoke about it, and it seemed interesting. So they said, "Well, come along to a meeting." So we went along to a meeting and we saw a videotape. I don't recall a great deal about the meeting, except that what was being said by Srimataji at the time was very pragmatic, very much common sense, and also she was appealing to something in me that I had always felt that the religions of the world were all rather exclusive clubs, and they all seemed to be claiming to be the only way for something to be done in the way of philosophic ways of life. And here was someone saying that these were all part of a one scheme. And then over a period of about, as long as 6 months actually, I slowly sort of edged my way into this, getting more and more information and feeling more personally and realising that there was in fact something going on physically in me.
And what was that? What was happening?
Well, two things. One, at the time I had just come out of hospital, having had a prolapsed disc in my right leg was virtually useless. And just before I discovered Sahaja Yoga, I'd sort of been given the good news that that was as far as I was going to go. I had a caliper, I had a belt, I had a special sort of plastic arrangement in my shoe to keep my foot straight. And they said, well, you can't expect any more. This is as far as it's going to go, so you've got to put up with it. Well, I noticed even in the first 6 months that the healing process was continuing. And I can only put that down now to my starting to practice Sahaja Yoga. And it has continued over the years, which is contrary to medical expectation. I still have problems. I'm by no means cured or anything, I can't say that. But compared with what I was like when the period of healing was supposedly up, 300, 3,000%.
Is that a miracle?
No, I don't think it's a miracle. It is the use of a power that we all have if we can exercise it. And I think what Sahaja Yoga is doing is teaching us how to exercise it.
And this is a power you can actually feel, is it?
Yes. That is what shall we say, that is the actualization of what happens when you get what we call self-realization, the awakening of this energy that exists in everybody. And you do feel it. It's not something that we say, we've done this abracadabra, there you are, now you're a Sahaja Yogi, you've got your self-realization. It doesn't work like that. It is something that you actually feel on your central nervous system, usually as a coolness, either in the palm of the hand and from the fontanelle bone area, on the top of the head. Now it's interesting that they call it the fontanelle bone because that means fountain. So why is it a fountain, except unless there was a fountain of something coming out of your head? And that's what you actually feel, sort of coolness coming out the top of your head and in your hands. Some people feel it in their feet, some people feel it all over them. Everybody is different, but they definitely feel something. In fact, if they don't feel something, then they haven't got the self-realization.
Well, what is this self-realization? Just what form does it take? How does it happen? What is it?
Well, at the base of the spine, there is a bone called the sacrum bone. And if we stop just there and say, why is it called the sacrum? Why is it the sacred bone? I mean, this is a medical terminology. There is within that bony area this sleeping energy, if you like, this potential energy that needs to be awakened in every human being. And through the medium of somebody like Srimati, this awakening is possible. Don't ask me how she does it, I don't know. To use her terminology, once it is enlightened, it's like getting a candle. You can light another candle. Until it's lit, it's no good to you. And what happens is she asks the people that she's giving self-realization to go through certain, put their hand in certain parts of the body, and to say certain things. Perhaps the most important is getting the energy past here, which is the narrow gate that Christ talked about. And she requires people to be literally forgiving, which people find very hard to do. Often the people that come up after a program haven't had any sensation. It is because they have been unable to forgive. So, in a sense, it is subtle, but it is expressing itself on the central nervous system.
So how do you view her? What is she? Is she a divine being to be able to do this?
Well, let's say she's a being with divine power. What is a divine being? No, she's not a divine being in the sense that she has normal parents. She was born into this world, so it's semantics as to what a divine being is, but I think the soul that occupies the body, there we have divine beings.
But she claims to do miracles?
No, she does do miracles, but she doesn't actually claim to do them. Most of the miraculous things have happened because of the people having this energy awakened.
But she evokes them, though, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
So therefore she has to be some
She's
sort
a
of
trigger.
divine entity.
She's a trigger. She's a catalyst. Yeah.
How does that fit in with, say, your upbringing in a Christian society to view someone else, another being, as perhaps divine?
Well, initially, not too well. It didn't fit in at all. But then I came to realise that that's not actually what we're talking about. We're talking about the capacity. We're not talking about the person. We're talking about the capacity. So that as Mira can play the violin, that's separate from her as a girl. And in a sense, this is the same thing. Her capacity to evoke this energy is separated from the lady that we see as Srimati. And it varies. It's quite fascinating to watch it. Sometimes she is totally the wife of Mr. Srivastava, the man who's just retired from the United Nations. Other times she's something else again. is quite amazing. And you see this change actually taking place.
I've heard her described as a goddess, as the Redeemer. Would you agree with that?
I personally think she is, yes.
A goddess?
A goddess, what's a goddess? I'm not sure what a goddess is, but as I think that she shows all the signs and says all the things that would make me tend to believe that she is the person of Christ to Redeemer, Comforter.
So she is Christ-like.
Yes, yes she is.
So she is a divine entity.
Yes, I would say so. Personally, I would say so.
Thanks. Thanks.
Just get you to stand there for a second. And
Where did your talking head walk?
oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, wandering over the side again. I wander off the stage, left all the time. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, man. That's good. So when did this happen? Yeah, this was early 80s, wasn't it? Yeah. And at that time you had your yeah.
My name was fixed.
Mm.
Considering what I was like, it's
Tomorrow, what should we expect to see? Will it be a fairly lengthy program, or
I'll give you the full rundown. What we do is
I'll just talk for a second. What I think we're probably aiming to do tomorrow is get there so early. You all right? Sorry. Try and get there if we can, and maybe do a backstage or something like that. Just put through energy.
Well, she comes up. Now, I'll explain how this works because she doesn't actually do that.
All right.
What we do is we have an introduction for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We need a little bit of Indian music. We've got 6 musicians here to travel with. And this is quite an important part of the whole exercise.
Yeah.
In that she says that their music, they are specialists in a particular type of devotion.
Right.
She says their music reaches the hearts of people whose minds are closed to the words. So we have 1 or 2 songs from her. Then she'll take her to come. She will give her a talk. She'll usually asks if the audience have any questions. Then she gives the self-realization.
So that that little talk, she's going to be from what the response you had last time. Do you think that? Do you think what sort of questions would you expect from people? I mean, are they just their first timers, or are there a lot of people who?
Well, there are, but mainly the questions from people who are the first time.
Yeah.
Vegetarianism, reincarnation, all
Yeah.
the usual things.
The figures about membership and practicing. You talked of say about 500, 600
About
maybe.
500 to 600 in Australia, but there's a peripheral group that I can't.
Yeah. But you wouldn't worldwide. Would there be a figure maybe that you could put? Okay.
I suppose you're looking at 200,000 or 300,000 at the minimum practicing. I mean, they had to hire football stadiums in Russia.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. What I just might have with Stephen is just something a little bit extra. Just a picture of it.
Another paper or something.
Yeah. Just having a chat with a few people. Yeah. So how old were you?
I was only 7.
Yeah.
But I've been staying up for a while.
Yeah. Is it changed you?
Well, I mean, coming at 7 doesn't really change it, but I certainly can feel life in a more realistic way because once you have Kundalini awakening, you can see things more clearly.
Yeah.
You can see things how they are. I mean, as she said before, Sayadaw deals with the essence of things. I mean, if you don't deal with the essence of things, then it's not any use. There's no use going this much, it's going up, it's certain signs.
Do you think, say, you as a 7-year-old could, and now as a 17-year-old, what's the difference in your way of thinking? You look at it a little bit more rationally now.
Rationally, maybe, but when I was many years old, I was like, I was pretty busy.
But it was a conscious decision to start.
Yeah, when I reached 12, 13, I sort of you know, did my own thing big.
Mm.
Then I realised that I didn't want to be walking around on this planet for, if we're going to just live our lives.
Mm.
Obviously, we can't. I mean, the world's just crazy as it is,
Mm.
and there's just no way it's going to change unless we change from inside.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's a hopeless situation. All this talking and business, just
Yeah.
humans are going to change from inside.
Review that way a little bit. Review that way a little bit if I can. I've got a frame grown out in the middle of your head and it looks a bit
Okay.
silly.
Do that one.
That's a nice piece you played before, isn't it?
Oh, Spark.
Mm.
He was a real life soul. All these great artists,
Mm.
the great ones that last in fame. Michelangelo, he was a real life soul. They work. They're like an instrument for the divine power or whatever.
Mm.
Everything that runs, nature to flow through, and their art is eternal. Blake's poetry, Shakespeare, Bach, Mozart, all these great souls.
Mm.
And people remember them. Why don't they remember the not so good ones?
Mm.
I mean, they remember something that's eternal beauty of art.
Mm. So that's part of the essence of Sahaja, it's this
Yeah.
concentration of art as well.
It's in every field of life,
Yeah.
every walk of life. And as long as you know yourself,
Mm.
then there's hope for the world.
Mm.
And if that's happening collectively, then there's good news.
Yeah.
Keep your arms up. And that moves slowly. And if you can do it, then questions to Mark, answers to Mark. Okay. Lovely. So, okay. Camera rolling. And camera set.
Esmeralda, how's it, Sahaja Yoga changed your life?
I view life in a very realistic way, and hopefully I see things how they are. And I mean, there's no way you can't lie to yourself in life. You can't fool yourself and think you're doing the right thing. You must know exactly what's right.
You were 7 when you first started.
Yes.
10 years later, what's the difference in your thinking now, from 7-year-old to 17?
I've grown up in this, let's say. Of course, I mean, everyone has their ups and downs, but knowing the spirit within you, I mean, I'm not a great saint or anything, I'm not anything special, but you learn how to see things how they are. You learn how to view the world as it is, and hopefully help to change it, because mankind isn't going to change by talking wars. I mean, it's obvious. We have to change from the inside. And it's through this Kundalini awakening or self-realisation, call it what you know, that this happens.
And what is that? Is that a conversion process, or
It's
what
an
exactly?
evolutionary process, and it's what's been preached and prophesied for centuries. All the great saints, all the great poets talked about it. William Blake said, "Man will become prophets, and their hands will speak." Well, once Kundalini has been awakened, you feel it as a coolness in your hands. That's the physical proof. I mean, the benefits are just countless.
And that's real?
It's real. You feel it on your central nervous system, and that's one of the truths of life. And I mean, it sounds vague, but it's not. You feel it for sure. I mean, we would not be here.
And what's Sri Mataji's place in all this?
She's the catalyst of all this. I mean, look at her life as an example. Her whole family was involved in the Ganges movement. She's been through all the normal processes of life, let's say human life, having a family, being a mother. Now she's a grandmother. Now her husband is retired, and she travels the world endlessly. Who in the world does that now? Name me one person. She devotes all her time to enlightening humanity with this knowledge that she has, and I don't see why people should let the opportunity pass. It's about time someone like that came.
Well, in that sense, is she a divine being? Is she, why her and no one else?
Well, if we feel it physically, and if we've seen what's happened, people have been cured from cancer, people have been cured from endless things. I know a man who's walking after having MS. She didn't cured him physically. She didn't sort of, wave a magic wand. It's because of in the awakening inside that he could work on himself. Kundalini awakening. You feel coolness in your hands. You can fix any problem in your life. And if that happens worldwide to thousands, then just think who she must be. She's not just anyone.
So who is she?
I think she's the Redeemer. I mean, it's very personal. Some are more outspoken than others, but it's time that people sort of stopped what they're doing and think about what they're doing in their lives.
And what's the Redeemer? What's that?
Someone who can enlighten humanity and bring their spirit to their attention. I mean, we're beating around the bush at the moment in the world. Nothing, all these theories have failed. Communism has failed. Democracy's failed. I mean, what's democracy if we're not free inside as human beings? We're bound by conditioning, we're bound by money, we're bound by time. How can we be preaching democracy if we're not free? How can we be preaching, communism? All these things.
So she is, in your eyes, she is a divine being with a specific
Not
purpose.
sensational. I feel it's a fact because I felt it physically. If she can raise Kundalini, I mean, saints thousands of years ago used to, stand on one leg and do tapas in Himalayas for lifetimes and without achieving this. If she can do it right now, in the spur of the moment, up to thousands, then there must be something about her that's divine. She must hold divine energy within her. And I don't see why we should doubt that. If we feel it, physically at least, that's the most basic way of proving it. So,
Great, thanks, Esme. Yeah. Okay, terrific. Just get you to stand there for a second. Yep. That other shot maybe from back there. Yep. That'd be great. Terrific. That was good, thanks. Thanks for waiting around. We've been a bit long. Yeah. So from here you'll go to the theatre tomorrow. You'll be part of that. What are you expecting out of that?
Along with the budget, their music's just so enlightening.
And what are they basically? Who are they?
They're Sahaj yogis as well.
They are, right?
And the man who is sort of the coordinator of them, Baba Mama, we'll call him, is actually Srimataji's brother.
Oh, right.
And he sort of runs the, it's a benefactor of them all in India, in a city called Nagpur, and they travel with Srimataji a lot and play at the programs. It's just fantastic.
Is it different than sort of mainstream traditional Indian music, or is it just basically
a lot of them are devotional songs. Some of them are just
written for
classical.
you, or
Yes, some of them are traditional songs written by saints thousands of years ago, like Adi Shankaracharya wrote some amazing poetry and they put it to music.
Yeah.
And I mean they've got some of the ancient Indian literature to music. It's just fantastic.
Okay. What's the from a musician's point of view? Is it the melody or the rhythm, or what's the attraction of Indian music for you? What do you want to study?
Well, it's the opposite to Western music. There must eventually become a balance between the two, and through Sahaj Yoga, I think that has come. It's integration. Once Kundalini has risen above the brain, it integrates everything in our lives, whether it be music, art, plumbing, whatever. I mean, we can all do our thing and feel integrated as a body. And music is just like a tool of a divine energy for everyone to feel.
Is this
it.
One of the central core of Sahaja then?
The music.
Is just the yoga itself.
Yes.
Is this balance, this striving for balance? Is that right?
I mean, if we don't achieve balance, there's no point.
Yeah.
You've got to see how it affects you first before you take it. You don't just...
Can you imagine yourself without it now, or you become so much realized?
If it's an evolutionary process, it must heighten you in some way. It must help you in your life. If it doesn't, then it's anything. If you go on to anything in your life, whatever meditation, you see what it does to you, see what it does to thousands of others. If it works, then you take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Do you think there should be, in that regard, do you think there should be more than, say, just a couple of hundred followers in Australia if it has such an effect?
Everyone must know, at least have the opportunity to know. If the world's like it is, everyone has to have an opportunity to be able to change themselves and then change the world as a result.
Oh, great. Well, we'll look forward to that tomorrow. It's going to be a big night, actually. Yeah. I think... no worries, mate. With the... I think with the talk and so on, it'll be just interesting to see how many people turn. Judging from last time.
Whether it be 20,000, whether it be 100, it's as long as somebody with substance can see the point of it all. As long as someone benefits in the end, that's all that's important. If only one person ever comes back, as long as they've got a heart of gold or whatever, as long as they're sincere and they sincerely want to help to change their life, then that's great. Whoever comes, it's just great.
Interesting to see.
Can we just get you
What I was
talking
going to...
about we just need a close up of your hands when you were
Got
talking about
stuff all
the
over
coolness
them,
on the
actually.
palms of your hands.
So how do you feel? Just talk us through...
Talk through that again.
Just talk... you're talking about the coolness on your hands. What's the...
Felt in the centre of the palm and also coming through the fontanelle bone area. That's the physical proof that you've had Kundalini awakening. If you feel heat, for example, it's let's say flushing out any imbalances within you. If you feel nothing, then it hasn't been awakened. It's pretty clear cut. But the result of that awakening is what usually makes people stay. If it changes their life, then they stay.
Thanks.
Very good. Very patient. Very patient with us. And what are you doing? Are you having a bit of a rest tonight, or are you for tomorrow night or something? Right. Yeah. That tomorrow night, does that drain you physically? Is it quite a
No,
quite an experience?
I enjoy.
Yeah.
I enjoy.
Yeah. What sort of responses have you been getting from people in Australia?
Very good. Suddenly they have come up with this new urge. And the questions they ask also are very sensible.
What are they asking about?
They ask questions about the Kundalini.
Yeah.
Whether it's an energy or whether it's something material.
Yeah. Is it, how do you explain that?
Kundalini, Kundalini.
How do you explain it to them? What do you say about the Kundalini?
It's an energy. It's an energy. But you can see the movement of the energy in some people. If there is a say a problem on any one of your centers, then you see the pulsation. Even on the triangular bone in a very strong way, the bone starts pulsating just like heart.
Yeah. So there's physical vibration.
Yes, that is it. You can see physically.
If you had any, what do scientists say about it? Can they explain it at all? I mean, what are the Russians saying, for instance?
Russian scientists are, I see they're fed up with science, they said.
Are they?
They said, now give us self-realization.
Yeah.
They're very deep people, I must say,
Are they?
because, very, because one of the scientists asked me a question there, that you tell us how did you cure people just while you were having a mass program. I said, I don't know, somebody is cured. He said, yes, my friend was cured, and how did you cure? For example, we have doctor here.
Yes.
He had eczema for I don't know how many years. Doctor, how many years here?
Several years.
Huh?
Several years.
And in 3 days he was cured.
And that was just through the awakening process, wasn't it?
No,
Through
not the awakening, also,
the
you see, some vibrations.
Yeah.
Shrimadaji gave some vibrations. You know, she said 3 days. Something
See,
like
if I put hand in this water,
Yes. Can we see it?
vibration goes. But once you have got vibration, then you can see the sky. Yes, yes. See all of them are like this. Can you?
We're looking at the clouds.
No, not the cloud, the sky.
Yeah.
You see, it's little bit, you can see like small commas, sparkling commas. Tiny. Alright, give me realization, then you will see. You can see clearly, I can see.
You're right, you're rolling.
No, you see, it's a separate thing, no?
Yeah.
So you have to be separate yourself.
white balance.
But can you see some sort of loops? So let's see, can you see some loops?
Hang on. We'll get this. Just hang on a second. Where's Noel?
Might be alright.
Right, just a second, Shrimadaji. No, it's not. Nice to roll on this. Alright. Okay, I might have to just start that from the top. That's all right. So what are you going to do, Doc?
no, nothing. Just if you put your hands outdoors from
Right.
just the palms up. That's it.
All right,
That's
you
all.
tell me when you're ready, Nick, and if you can get it, I'll be like this. And then what are we looking up at, Shrimadaji?
You see,
Okay.
when you see in the
Can be
sky,
rolling.
see,
All right, so where do we start from this, Shrimadaji? You want me to hold your hands like that?
you have to get your realization. Alright,
Right.
let's see. Let's start that way. Alright. Now, this leg is good. If you can take out your shoes, it would be better.
Take off the shoes.
Because, you see, this Mother Earth gives us, she sucks in all our problems also quite a lot. We are not aware of it, you see, but she does.
So we've got to have connection with the earth.
Yeah,
all the time.
yes, that's very good.
Like that?
It's like gut feeling.
Right?
Now, the first thing you feel like a cool breeze in your hand.
I can feel the sun on that palm.
No, not the cool breeze as yet. You have to forgive. You have to forgive everyone.
I can feel the cool breeze there.
See.
But that's from your hand.
No, that you will feel it now.
And again?
Okay, now.
I can't feel the breeze.
Alright, raise it again down. You see, it's a very subtle thing, no? So,
I can feel something
down.
cool on there.
Alright, let's see. Now, with this hand,
I can feel the rush of air of your hand. Though.
yeah, no, just see now. Don't doubt it, it's there. Just see now.
What am I meant to feel?
You feel a little cool breeze going in. You see, I think it's
Too much there?
too much thinking. Too much thinking.
Too much thinking. That is my problem.
Yes. Correct that part. It's too much thinking. It's alright.
How's that?
You'll be alright. In Auckland, one interviewer felt like 2 balls of ice on.
What do I feel like?
You feel the same way, you feel the cool breeze. You see, this part is too much thinking and not forgiving.
I've got to
Just
forgive.
forgive everyone. See,
Right.
it's like a mountain here, you see?
Uh-huh. And that's from too much thinking. Mm.
Futuristic.
Mm.
Planning, futuristic personality. First you feel relaxed also. No thought. Better. Now in the hand, take out your coat, I think it will be better because
I could feel my hands cool,
cool you're feeling. So,
but I still think it's the breeze.
now, but breeze from where? Just see the trees are just silent. start. The trees are silent, aren't they? Just look at these trees. Not even a leaf is moving. And how can you feel the cool breeze in your hand? Now, also feel out of your head.
Can you feel anything? Can the doctor feel anything?
No, not yet. This is quite heavy here.
It's a thick head.
You have to just say to your Kundalini is your mother. So you have to just say in your heart 7 times, Mother, please come in my head. And she comes. She does come. Yeah. Works very hard.
I'm a hard case.
No, you got spider. Just see on the head.
And what am I meant to feel?
Please. You're all right. You see, this Kundalini is the power of pure desire. Pure desire. All desires you have. Supposing you want to have a coat, then you would like to have a shirt, then you love to have a car, then a house. It goes on and on and on. But this thing is a desire which fulfills now. Let's see. It's shaking. Why it's shaking the hand? Too much of right side. See? I told you. Putting left to the right. Be relaxed. See now. It should not shake. Why
That's
should
because I've had my hands up there for a few minutes.
that won't shake. Sit comfortable.
How's that?
Still shaking, see?
The resting
See the trouble
And
is,
what does that mean?
that means you are running a very hectic life.
My boss will be very happy to know that. But that's just nervous.
Yes, it makes you nervous and that shows like, immediately. That nervousness is shown. See now, how am I?
Yeah? And what's that suggesting? Is the Kundalini arising?
Rising, but she is nourishing your nerves, so you are feeling that. Should be alright. If you steady now. The people have a very hectic, heavy life. Better now, see? Much better.
Mm-hmm.
Better? Cooler now.
My head is actually good.
It's a very comfortable position. Just sit back, relax.
How's that?
Relax. It's absolutely comfortable. See now. Hands are better, not too bad.
So what state am I in now? What's this?
Your
Like?
state is that you have crossed this part, but you haven't yet crossed it.
Right.
Relax. If you relax yourself, you won't have any thoughts in your mind. Just tension.
Mm-hmm.
Your hands have become steady.
Yeah, it's very relaxing.
Very relaxing.
But then it's nice surroundings and it's a nice afternoon.
No. Keep your both the feet on the ground.
Right.
Nothing to do. You are quite shaky. One has to accept the truth. See, that's the problem is.
What does the truth have to do with you overstating?
No, just now you are feeling these vibrations in the hands of coolness in your hand. See now, this is how you become a person who has got collective consciousness. That means with this you can feel your own centers on your fingertips. And you can also feel the centers of others on your fingertips. It's already described in Quran very clearly that at the time of your resurrection, your hands will speak. And they'll give witness against you. Just now your hands were giving witness that you lead a very hectic life. And that as if you are against yourself, in a way. But, but in the collective, when we have masses, it works much faster. Just in 10-15 minutes, thousands can get in the same state. Now, see the group is there? Come and see. They all know this very well. They have the full
They've
idea.
all experienced this, haven't they?
Yeah, they're experts, you know. They're all experts. It's up here, you've got a very big one. This means it's a
Oh.
great seeker. Yeah, just feel it now, the coolness. Alright?
It's a subtle feeling in the hand. Subtle, it's down.
I'm trying very hard.
Can't feel
Srimataji.
it anything? Nothing cool on your hands?
Push it on.
Nothing cool. Yeah, this side. Now?
I can feel a little bit of cool on my palm. But that's because it's probably in the shade.
I got there no leaves moving. Ah, see? Now see with the other hand. Let's see. See the other hand. Bring the other hand. Now,
I'm trying very hard.
can't get any cool breeze. It's up there.
There.
You all can feel it. Ah, now?
Yeah, a little bit. You're not going to win. You're not going to get me to admit it. Do all these people, can they feel it?
Of course.
Say,
They are experts.
you can feel it. You can all feel it, can you?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Of course, they can feel, they can cure, they
So
can
what's the matter with me?
Thank you very much.
See, only your eyes are not dilated. So your relaxation. Actually, maybe you have to fix your connection.
So I have to be truthful with myself. That's basically.
Of course.
You can't
Not
have.
be blind at all about it. You have to be very truthful with yourself, and you should find out yourself, and you should certify yourself.
Mm.
Nobody is going to certify you. Though we feel it, you see, on your head you can feel. But also your center is not all right very much, the way they were shaking it.
Yeah.
That shows also you write too much, you write, use your right hand. So that's why there's a little tension, but it's all right. You'll all work.
I feel better already. Okay, you're right there.
Sure.
Right, well,
His face has
Terrific.
changed.
in what way? How have I? That experience could. Am I different from when we started that experience, or
Of
not?
course,
In what way?
you're relaxed. And you go younger.
But some would say, of course, I'd be relaxed. I'm in nice surroundings.
No.
You spoke to me in a
Even
very
in your
soothing way.
bathroom, you'll feel the same. Anyway, it's nothing to do with surroundings as such. And it's something inner happening which takes place. And that's how, as a result of that, you feel that. And it's being described in many ways. Even in the Bible, they say, I'll appear before you like tons of things. So these centers that are within you, these subtle centers, they really look like flames, very gentle flames of different colors. But in the brain, they are about 1,000, like petals. But they are like flames, you can say, because the petals don't open and close like that. So the brain, see the way the limbic area is covered like this. And when it opens like this. But say, now in your case, your right side is more active. What you have done, you have covered it. So we had to put a little balance. So we raised your left more and put you to the right. By doing that, a little bit slipped, and then we could open it.
But you do this on a large scale, don't you? You do this with a lot of people.
That's when there are many people, it works faster. Then I don't have to touch anyone, just works. But because you're alone here working it out, that's why it takes time. But it's a collective habit.
Is it mass suggestion?
No suggestion is there, nothing. But only thing is, I tell them how to have their self-confidence in themselves, because mostly they're deficient and things like that. So I have to just tell them there are different centers on the left-hand side, and you just put your left hand towards me, means it's symbolic that your desire is there. And then you have to just nourish yourself, because then you know what it is like. Nourish yourself, and then suddenly you find you become food, and your hands will start feeling.
How do you explain that? How do you explain this power you have to evoke this feeling?
Well, it's like the Mother Earth. How do you explain how Mother Earth gives us these flowers? It's the living process. It's the evolutionary process. And this is now the last vector. At human awareness, we do not know the absolute. We have no absolute knowledge, and that's why we fight. But if everybody knows the same thing, there's no quarreling, no fighting, nothing. We live in a relative world. To get out of this relativity, we have to be the absolute, and absolute is your spirit, which is actually in your heart. But what happens that this part, this is the center, this is the seat of the heart, quantum, the seat of the heart. So as soon as you touch that, the spirit is manifested on your nervous system. So first you get it, this feeling, then gradually it grows, you see, because it's a subtlety, starts growing. With these, you can easily make out what's wrong with yourself, first of all. That now this thing was shaking too much. See, this is the thing for too much thinking. This center is futuristic, creative also. The person is creative, gets this problem with this one. And the whole hand was shaking, right special. Yes, you are very right-sided. And according to us, a right-sided person is a person who is more an extrovert. A person who is always planning, thinking, futuristic. Also physical problems show on this.
But why have you been called to evoke this feeling, this power within us?
Why? Why have I been?
Why have you been called to do this, to be the catalyst?
I mean, somebody has to be called. I mean, it's me that's called now. You may be called. You see,
So you look on it as a divine power that you have?
You see, I don't say I have that power, because you see, I'm rather careful about myself. Trouble is, Christ was the Son of God. I know for definite he was. But when he said that, they crucified him. You see, people don't want to accept it. When he died, then you build his temples and things like that. But till he lived, nobody listened to him. So best is not to tell them about yourself. That's my own style.
But you have a remarkable power. How do you see yourself? Who is Sri Mataji?
I cannot put myself into any category. I don't see myself. There's nothing to be seen. I know that this work has to be done by me. I see this. This is why I'm on this earth.
But you don't explain that power. How do you explain this power then? Where does it come from? And why you?
I think I was chosen for this, perhaps. That's all I can say for this book.
You've been described as the Redeemer, as a goddess, divine.
That's all.
What do you say about those descriptions?
Must be something like that. You see, it all started with in the West by some people from England who wanted to know about the Holy Ghost that Christ has said, I've sent. So they went to many people, tried to find out and challenge. But when they came to me, they found that I can do all these three things very well. Firstly, because I can cure people, I can give comfort, and I can counsel them. I can tell them all about all this subtle knowledge which they do not know. And I redeem them because they can get this breakthrough. That's how they achieve it. But I never say what I am. It is for them.
But you say that you work miracles.
I
That
say
is
that
something
also.
I can't do and these other people
I
can't
also
do.
don't say that, because in these days of darkness, it's better not to claim anything, so I don't say it. But those who have seen it, miracles they have seen, so they say it, miracles. But no use, you see. Now, for example, we have some photographs with us, tremendous, so many photographs with us, which you can call them absolutely miraculous, out of the blue. But you show it to somebody who is not a realized soul, he will say it's just no use showing it. You see, human beings don't believe in God in the real sense. They don't know there is divinity. They don't also have faith in themselves. You see. So from this stage, they must rise little higher. As my father used to say, that those who are on the ground floor must at least come to the second, third floor to know that there is something beyond. Otherwise, how will they come to?
You came from a Christian background, didn't you?
Yes, I
what
did.
turned you away from Christianity?
What?
Turned you away from Christianity? Did Christianity
I'm
lack
not at
something?
all. I'm the greatest Christian, I think, because I know about Christ, everything, and I work out through it. So I'm the greatest Christian. Christians don't practice Christianity at all. They don't. They are just on the way down. Christ has said, "You'll be calling me Christ, Christ." I won't take Christ. I'm not against Christ. I'm very much for it, and I can't tolerate the way people talk about it. Just I can't tolerate it. It's all falsehood.
So where do you see yourself in relation to Christ? Just explain that relationship as the Redeemer. Explain that to me.
He has already talked about me, like the Holy Ghost and all that. But it is for you to find out. You have to see. I don't want to see. You have to find out if I am the Redeemer or not, what he has said about the Holy Ghost. First of all, they have cancelled any feminine power in the Bible by Mr. Paul and company. Paul, just somebody who entered into Christianity. He never saw Christ, nothing of the kind. He saw a very good platform from Christians. Just jumped into it, organized the whole thing. He was an organizer, thought it's a nice platform for him. Then Augustine did the same. But there's still hope, because Thomas, disciple of Christ, he went to India through Egypt. There he has written his treatises, which are now being decoded and all that after 48 years. And he said the same thing what I am saying, that it's experience, it's a spontaneity, it's connectivity, everything is talked about. But I think that book is banned, perhaps, I don't know.
You talk about this Kundalini, this physical effect, tangible thing. How can you explain that? Just what is it? Kundalini.
Is a power within us, all the time waiting within us to give us our second birth, in the sense that, like I would say that now you have this instrument here, and it has to be connected to the mains, isn't it? Otherwise it has no meaning. In the same way, it is coiled up within us, and just it connects you to the mains. That's all. It's as simple as that.
So we connect with one another.
Yes, you get connected with this all-pervading power. And this all-pervading power, everybody is connected. Because you can solve the subtle of all the elements it is. And then once you are connected with that, just like a remote control, you see, or a remote way of the way your television works. See, everybody feels the same because they are connected.
How do you explain the miracles that happen? You evoke, people say that you evoke in them. For instance, what happened in Eastern Europe, do you think your presence at that conference in the Soviet Union, do you think that had anything to do with what happened then in Eastern Europe?
Yeah. But they are very deep.
No, well, why do you think it? How did you affect what was going to happen in Eastern Europe?
You see, actually, how can we explain now how did this flower came out of a seed? Tell me. It's a living process, it's built in. It's all built in within it. And just once.
So what special message did you give those delegates when they went back home?
That you have to become one with the divine. You have to get your transformation if you want to see human beings being saved, and this whole world is to be saved. But you have to take it. But it's a hypothesis for you. See, you need not accept me blindly. It's a hypothesis. But if it works, then as honest people you must accept.
But you still claim... Sorry, mate. Yeah, no worries. Thanks. You're right. You want a glass of water? We'll just change the phone.
I do not claim anything, because I know to claim anything means you have to go to courts. But it works.
I'd like to get you to explain this idea about the Redeemer, though, and what that is. Just for our viewers, just to find out what the role is. The role is, what the Redeemer actually is.
What was the role of Christ? What was the role of Sri Krishna? What was the role of Sri Rama? They were like human beings. Christ came up to this point. This point. And now the last section has to be. Somebody has to do it. It could have been you, or it could have been me, and it could have been.
So it is a calling. You have been called.
That's a fact.
Yeah, right. That's my old mate, Bob. You right there, Bob? That's Perry Soxon.
Okay, standing by.
Okay.
And
Well, Srimataji, can you tell us what the Redeemer is?
Redeemer is the person who gives you your second life, who connects you to this all-pervading, who makes your spirit enlighten your attention. When your spirit is enlightening your attention itself becomes effective. You pay attention to something, it grows. Human being is a very big thing. We do not know the capacity of a human being, how he is made. It's a very special thing. He is the epitome of evolution. Like we would say, like you take a small little television set to a remote village. They'll say, what is this box? Good for nothing. But once you put to the mains, then they will know how fantastic it is. In the same way, the man has to discover his own glory, his greatness. He's getting lost in the superficialities.
And you're the person who can evoke that feeling in people. You are
It's
the
your
Redeemer.
own power. It's within you. It's like one enlightened light can enlighten another. Like these people can do the same. So it's one candle which was enlightened is enlightening another.
But you have been called to do it. And that is a divine calling, isn't it?
Whichever way you want to call it, you can call it. But actually, it had to be done. That's all I can say.
As such, do you view yourself as a divine being with this power?
It's better you find out about me. Supposing I say I'm divine. Must you believe it? You should not.
But a lot of these people will say you are a divine being and in fact a goddess.
Because they have experienced, they have felt it, they have got their realization. They can cure people, they can redeem people, they can raise the building. and their lives are changed. You see, so many were their drug addicts. Overnight they have given up. They were alcoholics. They have given up alcoholism. They are leading a very sane married life. They are beautiful children. They are beautiful people. And this time, we had a seminar in India. Every year we had people from 55 nations. And such beautiful people. There were about 5,000 people, no quarrel, no fight. Just enjoying it, helping it.
These vibrations, what are they?
These are the ones which this power is full. That's how you feel. It's all around. And then you should know only how to use this power. See the power which is already there. This is one of the truths which you have to feel. Once you start feeling on your central nervous system, feel on your central nervous system is the knowledge. And then you should know how to use this power. What does this mean? What does that mean? That's all.
How do you do that on a mass scale?
It's very simple. You see, I make them touch their different centers. And they ask. That's all.
And how do you explain that power that you've got?
There. It's there, I should say. How do you explain the power of the Mother Earth? You didn't tell me that. She doesn't claim anything. She's there. And you know that if you put some seed into her, it will sprout. That's all. Simple as that. It cannot be explained. It is just to be felt and understood and to be used. How do you explain electricity? Any power whatsoever. How do you explain your power of looking at me? It's there. That's all.
Would you disagree with me when I called you divine, a goddess? Would you disagree with descriptions like that or not?
I'll not agree or disagree with this. Now become very clever. Because the way people have tortured all these great incarnations and all these prophets, I am not going to run any risk like that.
What sort of role do you see for women in society and groups like Aborigines? Aborigines in particular, can they have their Kundalini work?
Of course, very much. They are very much there. You see, they are on the contrary not so complicated. But I would say the modern man is much more complicated than these Aborigines are. They have gone a little further than they should have. Say, supposing you start from here, you come up to a point, here you have to rise. Now they have grown like that. Now because of their ego, they cannot come back. But these people can be brought. There are many Aboriginals who have got realization. All religions, you see, we have Muslims, we have Jews. Now the Jews are the ones who really worship Christ because they know what Christ is.
Who, in your mind, is perhaps the saddest person? Is it the person who finds truth and then goes away from that? Who would you describe as the one perhaps who is needing this
You
most?
see, I have had many mishaps, especially in this country. They came into Sahaja, like this. And then I think they became like God or something. They wanted to assert their power because they thought they're something. And then they started making money without telling me. All such things, you see, these things linger around sometimes. And if you do not meditate and put your correction permanently, then you can follow. Still in your ascent there will be a fall.
So people have been involved with the Sahaja Yoga movement and then left because they've tried to make money out of it. Or
Yes, money they made, and we had someone who was a homosexual, and he was all right to begin with. But again, he was caught up with the same. Then he started troubling Sahajogis. Then we have people who are sort of running after women sort of people. There was one like that. And then the women complained that, Mother, you see, this man is no good.
What was that? What was the story behind that?
You see, just troubling women, harassing women. And it came back to him somehow, like the same thing. He started doing it. You see, they are not such ardent seekers. They are not the people who are seriously seeking. So then they go against. Like we had somebody who brought him here all the way, he was an artist, he became a great artist and all that. And he wanted to become the leader of it and all that. And so he can sit on the horse and we or put the hat on. So among thousands there could be few also.
What about those people perhaps who have had to leave the movement and have been emotionally affected by what they've been through?
No, you see, they are not emotionally or anything, they just tell lies. They have been very unkind to us, we've done so much for them, worked so hard on them, everything we've done that is possible under the sun. But they have no sense of responsibility, they have no self-respect, and the way they have lynched people, troubled them, is very wrong.
What sort of lies have they told about?
What
sort of lies have they told about Sahaja Yogi?
Lies. I don't know what they say. One of them started saying, I am Mahamataji, I am the great Mataji. And everybody ran away from that person because God knows what was he up to. And then now he's nowhere. Like that.
What about claims that you have actually threatened people that they will contract AIDS and cancer if they leave the movement?
I'm not that kind. You see, when these people go away, actually they do not go away. We have to ask them to get out. Very difficult. They don't want to leave. It's very difficult to ask them to get out. But when we have to ask them to get out, we say that you meditate at home, purify yourself and then come. Because you shouldn't spoil it. Then they get angry and then they start. It's always it's always so. Because they think that we have asked them to go and we cannot have such bad apples to spoil all of them. You see, they have no right to.
A lot of them, though, might say that they're living in fear.
They are living in?
In fear. They are frightened.
Yeah, might have been because, you see, we had one leader here who became a Hitler. But these people never told me he was like that. I discovered it myself. See, there was one fellow who suddenly became like that. And especially in Australia, I had very bad experiences of 3 leaders like that. Who did that?
What does that do then to your credibility?
You see, because I'm now all over the world, you see, and when they came, they were very nice people. Actually, they were the first who came to seeking. And they said we can start the work and all that. All right. They were very good to begin with. But then suddenly, I don't know how. You see, because I think they gave up meditation, they gave up their practices to keep themselves pure. Like if you don't cleanse yourself, you get dirty. That might have happened to them. I don't know what happened. But normally, I don't think they are against me. They are more against these people. I think that they have reported things against me.
Does that upset you that these sort of things happen? That
No, you have to
what
take
it does
See,
to
it's
your
not upsetting, but
teachers?
I feel that one learns to experience that you should have a better watch on them or things like that. You see, in other countries like India, England and all that, we have a better system because we have chartered accountants appointed who go through the accounts and see things, what is people are doing. I never collect money, I don't know what they are doing and how they are doing. But in Australia, I couldn't get anybody like that. Now we have 3-4 chartered accountants and things will work out. It starts with money. I think it starts with money. First, they start saying that they'll start collecting money, saying that this is for this project and this is for this, something like that. And these people, without asking me, just start giving them. Then they think they are now making some money out of it. Now, then they think that it's better to put a fear into their minds. Even they said that you should not write to Mother, anything like that. Really. And I don't know why, but in Australia, people very much accept a situation like that. It's more in Australia. In other countries, they'll just write to me immediately. Because I've told them always to write to me.
Where do you get your money from to run all this?
I don't get any money whatsoever. Only when I travel, my husband used to pay for halls also. Twice when I came to Australia, I paid for the halls and everything. But now these people, they have self-respecting, so they pay for the hall. This is hired, this is purchased or hired, I don't know. Purchased. This is purchased by these people. They're living, I don't know their accounts or anything. I have not seen. Only thing, when I travel, now they have opened a international fund, which I don't know what they are doing about it. And that's how they pay internationally. And that's how I travel.
What's the message tomorrow night that you'll bring to the state people?
Is that you should all get yourself right. You should know yourself. Because you do not know yourself. And by knowing yourself, you'll know everybody else. And then, by that, you will know how great you are. You'll develop that self-respect for yourself. You'll know what is virtue is. You'll be proud of your virtues. And the so-called ideas about righteousness just become part and parcel. You become righteous. You don't have to tell them do this, do that. They just do it. I give an example like supposing we are standing in darkness, can't see, and we are holding on to a snake, and you are obstinate. Somebody says this is a snake. You will never drop it because you are obstinate, you can't see till that thing bites you. But supposing there is little light, then you yourself drop it off in the same way. It goes that way. But in India, I see, I don't have so much problems because we traditionally we know about it. This has been going on for ages. But traditionally it was such that only one master had one disciple, only. Till the 12th century. In the 12th century, one great saint called Ganesha, he wrote a book, treatise about Gita, in that he requested his guru to give him permission to at least write about it. Then in the 6th chapter, he wrote it. After that, many poets in India have written, many people have said it. And
Why don't you like Paul in the New Testament? Why don't you like Paul in the New Testament?
Paul is the one who's ruined us.
How?
See, because he took our attention from spirituality to organization. He organized us. You see, organization is wrong. You cannot organize God. You cannot organize Christ. So this is the mistake. Once you get organized, then you are finished.
What is your relationship with God?
God. I think you better find out. I don't want to say anything. Because saying anything, why should you believe me? Again I say. I don't want to say anything. You find out what is my relationship to God. Must be something special. But for that, everybody has to come up to a point. Because I do not want to force my ideas on anyone.
More special than anyone else here?
Yes. You see, supposing I'm talking to you about something histology. You have to use a microscope, isn't it, to see it. What's use of talking about it? So once you have that microscope, you can see yourself.
So you are above us. You are, in effect, a divine being.
I'm not going to say that either. No way.
Thanks, Sri Mataji. Very nice. Thank you very much. Okay, you're right then. Okay, anything else? Oh, right. Just, yep. Sorry.
Another one?
Just another quickie. I should have asked this.
Okay.
The Bible talks of true and false prophets. How do you recognise the difference between those two?
First thing is that anybody looks at your pockets, you can. First. Secondly,
What do you mean by that?
is if they ask money, if like Rolls Royces they buy, you see, out of your money, they make business out of your money. Naturally, such a person, I don't understand even banking will be surprised. But apart from that, it's better to do this way, that you find out the people who are following that master. What sort of people they are? Are they righteous? Are they happy with each other? Are they collective? What is the difference? Because if you want to go to a master, you want to have something more than what you have, isn't it? Then you should see what have they got more. And then go. Just blindfolded you should not join. And you should not believe anyone blindfolded. But they are all can be found out because they are in the market. They are marketing everything. Everything they are marketing. So many have been found out now. Recently we had a horrible report about Muktaran, which if you read, you won't eat food for 8 days. You better read that.
Why are you a true prophet then?
Huh?
Why are you a true prophet?
Why?
Why are you a true prophet?
I'm not saying that, did I? No, I said you must
But
judge
you're not
me.
a false prophet.
I didn't say that also. Whether I'm false or not, you better judge it yourself by talking to these people, first of all, and then if I take any money from you, then you cancel it. Then what you have to see is that what you gain out. If you gain something out of me, well and good. Otherwise, why should you have a profit? What is the need to retain a profit?
So you mightn't admit to being a divine being or a goddess, but you'll admit to being a prophet.
No, I am not saying that. You are just trying to put into my mouth something which I will not accept. I never said anything. I said you better get your realization. Once you get your realization, then you will know about me better. It is not proper to know me without getting that special status of spirituality. See? I am not saying anything. I am not claiming it. I have never claimed anything. Because I know how dangerous it is to claim something. But what is the need to claim? I mean, I don't know what do I gain out of it. Nothing. I mean, I'm not fighting for elections. I'm not asking for any position. Why should I claim anything? What is the need? I'm here just to give you your own tea, that's all. So why should I claim?
Thanks very much. Nice to talk to you.
You understand?
Thank you.
May God bless
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much. Okay. You all right there?
Any more questions?
No more questions. You've all questioned me out there. I'd like to... no, thank you. Sorry,
Please
it's a bit
come
long.
to the program.
Yeah, we will tomorrow night,
Yes, yes,
for sure.
please.
For sure, we'll be there.
If it is something worth telling people, I think you journalists have to know your responsibility.
Well, I can only present it as I said. It's the thing.
I tell you, Russian journalists are so good.
Are they?
They published about me in a magazine,
Yeah.
which is going to be the Aeroflot planes.
Yeah.
They put me on the television. I never did anything for them as such,
Yeah.
as I do here.
Yeah.
But the way they were open-minded, so open-minded. Even their ministers
Yeah.
came to my program.
Yeah. Are they, is there something in their psyche, their personalities
They're
that
not
make
so
them a little...
conditioned.
Yeah.
They are very conditioned. They're clean slates.
Right.
They're very conditioned by ideas, things like that.
Yeah.
And they are the ones they themselves go and find out.
Mm.
They don't listen to anybody like that.
Mm.
They just go and find out themselves.
Mm.
And I had met only 2-3 Russians who went down and told Mother is coming.
Mm.
Also, they are quite sensitive.
Are they?
Because
Yes. Do they, they're a little bit more willing then to accept things than Western?
no, they didn't accept all these falsehoods. They
Yeah.
threw them out one by one. They wouldn't accept. And I don't know what sensitivity they have that, because some people told me they dreamt about me, that I'm coming and all that. But I don't know how they think it to be so. And can you believe that we had to hire stadiums for 16,000 people, 14,000 people. And they all got realization.
What, say, in the Soviet Union, you were there for a while, are there other, perhaps, religions that are making their way into the Soviet Union, other ways of thinking?
No,
Are
this
there
is-
other, or are they
This
very...
is the integration of all the religions.
Yeah.
We proved that they are all related to each other, and it's only we are fighting, as I told you, with the flowers which are dead, and saying this is mine, this is mine. Those flowers were grown on the same tree of spirituality. They are all related to each other. We can explain, even logically we can explain it. But you see, when they are so self-opinionated, everybody thinks, you see, for example, Indians think Hindus are the best, or the Muslims think they are the best, and the Jews think they are the chosen ones. The Christians think nothing better than that. So what can you do to that?
If people are generally, if they're trying to do good to their fellow man, I think
That's
They're-
limited.
That's
Still,
basically
see,
what religion
when you do
is trying to
something,
do.
yes, if you do something good to others, you see, still you develop a kind of an ego very subtly.
Yeah.
But in this, you don't say that.
So you're not out for anything.
No,
really.
in this, what happens? Your ego is opened up.
Yeah.
So when you are doing something, you don't say you're doing it.
Mm.
Like he said, it's coming, it's going. He didn't say I'm raising nothing. I is not there.
Mm.
It's coming. You become a third person.
Sure. Do you think there's a danger then talking about being connected with other individuals, being connected with the universe and our surroundings? Do you think there is a danger then that we might tend to lose our own identity, to be cut off from?
No, on the contrary, you really know your identity
Yeah.
better because you don't know yourself. You don't know it.
But-
What do you know? I mean,
I know the sort of person I am because
that's outwardly.
Mm.
Inwardly, you don't know why these problems are there, why things happen to you. You don't know it.
so you'd basically have to say to people, right, well, forget everything that you think
No,
about yourself.
you know your essence.
Mm.
You see, you know your essence.
Yeah.
For example, now supposing this tree is sick, and I try to put some medicine on it. It
Yeah.
cannot be cured, you have to go to the roots.
Yeah,
So you go to your roots and find out your roots.
yeah.
And you know what it is.
Mm.
It's very simple.
Yeah, yeah. And it is this nervous energy we have, the energy we have inside us. That's the key. The Kundalini is the key.
The Kundalini is the connection,
Mm.
and you enter into the kingdom of God.
Mm.
That's what it is. As simple as that.
What sort of, Stephen was saying that in Australia you've got about 500 or 600 practice followers. What about worldwide? Is there
I'm very bad at accounts. Stephen, can you say how many there are in the world? Yeah, I'm very bad at accounts.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
say, but there might be.
yeah.
Might
What
be
do you
lots.
think of the gurus, the people who might charge money for their sessions, like a certain person that was here the other week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are thrown out in no time. Now I know where to put my finger. You see, before that I thought that how can these people make money?
Mm.
I trusted them.
Yeah.
Because basically I think human being is a good being.
Mm.
He wants to be good. But sometimes these things come up here. You see, in the West you have certain problems which I can never understand, like homosexuality, coming back in Saj Yoga, or something like making money and all. I can't understand. Say for in India, nobody would touch the money anymore.
Mm. Mm.
But I find here, because
What's your view on homosexuality?
Huh?
What's your view on homosexuality?
you see, then you become normal.
Mm.
See, a homosexual becomes normal, he marries nicely, and he leads a very normal life.
So he becomes a heterosexual.
A normal, yes. You see, it comes out of hatred for women sometimes, it comes from hatred for men sometimes, well, because of certain experiences maybe, or maybe something in the atmosphere.
Mm.
I don't know how they become that way. But in any case, in Saj Yoga, they get corrected completely. They lead a very normal life.
So they come back to the normal.
Yes, normal. They become very normal. That's the
Mm.
point. It's in everything. They become extremely normal.
So what about Christian homosexuals, for instance? What's your view on that?
It's wrong. How can you have the clergymen like that? The other day only I read in the newspaper that in America they said that if the women want to have ordained, they wanted to be ordained, then they should be warned that the clergymen harass them. I mean, this is not possible if they are religious. How can you do that? It's very funny.
You
That
think
means
we-
the religion is outside. It's not thing inside.
Mm.
You see, you may be Christian, Hindu, Muslim, you do all kinds of sins. How can you be anything?
Mm. Mm. What about women in the church? Is there a place for women in the Christian church?
Of course it should be.
Mm.
But somehow or other they cancelled. They never talked about Holy Ghost, that she was a feminine
Yeah.
power. And they never talked about Mother of Christ in that way. For us, she's a goddess. For us, she's a goddess.
Thanks, Srimati. I think that's fine. Okay, you're right, bud. I think that might do us. Great. Well, I don't know what all these people are going to do for their entertainment for the rest of the afternoon.
Oh, they enjoy themselves. They're never bored. That's one thing. They're never bored. They enjoy themselves.
Good. What do you need, Nick? You're right, bud?
There were questions.
Oh, yeah, we're right.
You don't
Yeah, I think we're right there for the time being. We'll get on our way. So, who other, say, through self-realization, who else perhaps with psychological problems might be.
Of course.
Psychological problems?
Of course.
Ah.
Psychological. See,
Mm.
physical,
Mm.
psychological, spiritual.
Spiritual problems.
Spiritual problems come because so many false gurus are there, and they create problems.
False.
Gurus.
Right, false rules.
So they create problems in the Kundalini.
So
And
something
they
like
suffer.
homosexuality, for instance, is a problem in a person's kundalini. Yeah.
It makes you a normal person. And actually what happens, you become a really free personality. In the sense that nothing dominates you. No addictions, no ideologies, nothing. You are free, absolutely. And you are capable to be free because people are not capable to be free. That's why this problem is. Democracy becoming demonocracy. Why? Because we cannot bear the freedom. But after this freedom, you are wise as well as free.
So you don't have to be linked to any, you mustn't be linked to any ideology or anything like that. You are-
We don't believe in ideologies as such, but we know the essence of all the ideologies are the same. For example, now take it, say capitalism. Now if I have powers, I'm a capitalist. But I can't live with my capital, I have to distribute, so I'm the greatest communist.
So you're just being labelled again.
Yeah.
Because of that.
So all ideologies merge together.
Yeah.
It's complete integration. It's complete.
When did you win that UN Peace Prize? When was that?
Pardon?
The UN, the United Nations Peace Prize. Did you win that one year? The Peace Prize from the UN?
Not me.
No.
No, not me. My husband was Secretary General there, and the Queen has given him this highest award, the highest, which I think Reagan has got only, and my husband has got this highest award, yes, of knighthood. And also he's got 31 awards more from major awards. So he's a very unique person who has got 32 awards. But he openly says it's all because of my wife. Blessings because of her, because she does good to others. That's why. Blessed.
He was with the United Nations and
He's he's in Delhi nowadays. He's writing a book about Lal Bahadur Shastri. So he's there. He talks to him.
great. Will you be busy this afternoon, tomorrow? Do you have any other engagements before that?
I'm always engaged somehow.
Yeah.
There are people here with problems, sit down, have to solve problems.
What do you think of this ashram? Is this the first time you've been
It's
here?
very nice. It's one of the oldest ones they started out. It's very good.
Yeah.
And they're very nice people here. And the first time I came to Australia, I came here to this ashram.
Do you think Australia has a unique place in the world, or is it any different? Or is it
Very
got a
much.
special place?
Very much. You see. Basically, they don't know, they are not aware, but they are very innocent people.
Yeah.
They are extremely innocent, Australians. And their innocence is exploited. And they are trying to follow these countries which are not so innocent, like America or France. I don't think they are very innocent countries.
It would be better to
Yes,
turn our back on this.
yes, you should look into yourself. They are very innocent, no doubt. You have innocence personification here, I think. They are extremely innocent. That's what I always idea about Australians.
Is it a good thing? Is it
It's
good-
very
good
nice to be innocent because you are powerful. Innocence has its own power.
Yeah.
But there's such an attack of innocence. You see, it's so perverted.
You lose it. You lose innocence.
No, you never lose. Never
You don't
lose.
think so?
That's the best part. You never lose it. It can be covered. It will be clouded, but you don't lose it. It's always there. With Sahaja Yoga, it comes back. That's what I found with Sahaja Yogis in Australia. They're very innocent.
Yeah.
Very innocent. So innocent that anybody tells them, give them so much money, they'll give.
Yeah.
They'll not even ask me. So simple. I told them, why did you ask me? For what is this money? Where is it going?
That must worry you though, that there has been some trouble with that in the past.
Now I've warned them, all of them, that you have to write to me directly
Yeah.
if there's any such thing.
So be warned, a lot of you.
No, I warned them very much before.
No problem.
because they're so innocent. This has not happened anywhere else but in Australia.
Mm.
Because they don't inform me.
Mm.
They go on suffering. They don't tell me anything that people have been frightened and all that. They never tell me. So this is a sign of innocence that you should accept this kind of a domination of someone.
But obviously it's not doing your credibility any good with those sorts of stories.
No,
is
it's
it?
a credibility is not like that, because you see, human beings have been given a freedom to go to hell or to go to heaven. There I cannot play any role. I cannot bind them to it.
Yeah.
See, it's your choice. You can go to hell or you can go to heaven. I can only tell them the path of heaven. But if they want to go to hell, I cannot stop them. That's one thing. Because God has given you this freedom. Human beings have got this freedom. Animals don't have any.
Yeah.
Only the human beings have this freedom. You see?
Yeah.
So it is for them to use whichever way they want to use. How can I stop? I do not govern them. I do not control them. They are controlled by themselves. It's all right. That's it.
Finished? Yeah. Great. Just going to get some more shots of people. Great. Terrific. Thanks, Sri Mataji. Thanks for
May
your
God bless
time.
you.
Yes. God bless you too. Thanks for all that too. I tell you what, that's the biggest audience I've ever had. Even for my programs that have gone to air on TV.
It is.
Give all these people a ratings book. I need the ratings. All right, well, you enjoy yourself this afternoon. Thanks for your time today.
God bless.
Yeah, and we'll see you tomorrow too.
Yes, that's
We'll
very
look forward
kind.
to that. You'll be there later on, won't you? Later in the evening.
You see, first they have some little music for
Yeah.
one song they sing
Yeah.
just before I come, and then I speak about this, the truth part of it.
Yeah.
Introduction tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, I'll explain more.
Right. Good.
All right?
So you've got to get people back for a second go. On the second night, they come back on the second night, do they?
You are coming the second
No,
night?
no, no. The people come, the audience come back, do they, on the second night? Or is it two different audiences?
No, same.
Yeah,
They
same.
repeat.
Oh, right.
They always repeat.
Good. All right.
Bring more friends, more people. Second day we have more people.
Yeah.
That's
Great. Okay, thanks.
I
Ray.
didn't get your name.
Mark. Mark
Mark.
Warren, yeah.
Mark?
Mark Warren. Yeah, that's it. Well done. What else?
Did you offer them some tea or not? Give them some cold drink to drink. It's very hot. Very hot for them.
Maybe.
Let them sit in the shade, I think.
Yes, okay, now he's ended up on still actually almost as well. Too many clouds across the sunscreen, right? No, bullshit. You disappeared.
What's it?
Just saying the clouds all disappeared. Thanks, Noel.
You wanted the sun, so it's all right.
Yes. That ball finished, huh?
Yeah? It was nice. But we have to give it to the BBC also someday. They wanted to have. So I tell them this one is sufficient for them. Because when I'm there, they are not there. So we'll never meet. Funny way of doing it. This is the way. Ah.